stroke of fate. The fate of you who are listening, of nations of the world, has often hung upon accident or upon decisions made another way would have substantially altered the course of human events. Suppose fate had decreed that in 1759 the French had beaten the British at the Battle of Quebec. Would Canada belong to France today? Suppose the Confederacy had followed up its victories at the first Battle of Bull Run in 1861. Would the South have won the war between the states? Yes, much depends upon a stroke of fate. And tonight we rewrite history as we present a dramatic conception of what might have happened if, by a stroke of fate, Julius Caesar had wed Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. Julius Caesar, the great Roman conqueror, was assassinated in Rome in the year 44 B.C. 4 years before, in the year 48 B.C., he had come to Egypt, a country whose policy was dictated by Rome. There he stayed for many months, fathering a child of the Queen Cleopatra, a boy named Caesarion. While Caesar was in Egypt, it is not impossible that Cleopatra discussed with him the idea of marriage, thus uniting the entire Mediterranean world under their rule. Suppose Caesar had married this fascinating and brilliant woman. This is what might have happened. Our story is historically true only up to the stroke of fate, which is Caesar's decision to marry Cleopatra. The rest, speculation based on historical possibility.
I, Cleopatra, who shared the throne of Egypt with my brother, did first encounter the Roman Imperator Julius Caesar when I was but 21, and he a man of 52. I had been banished from the throne by the official Pothinus, who then held power in Egypt. Caesar, who had come to our capital city of Alexandria, wished to place me back on the throne. Secretly, he sent for me to come to the palace, and secretly I came, in this fashion.
Enter.
Noble Caesar.
Ah, you are the merchant who had such rare merchandise to show unto me?
Yes, my Lord Caesar. May I place it on the floor?
Do so. Seems to be but the coverlet of a bed. What rare merchandise is this?
This coverlet, my Lord Caesar, contains the rarest jewel in all of Egypt. Here, see for yourself.
Hail, Caesar!
Ah, this is a jewel. You are...
Cleopatra, the ever-living Isis, child of the sun, Queen of Egypt, Empress...
Shall we dispense with your list of titles? I am quite familiar with them, and unlike them, time does not run on forever.
Leave us, Apollodorus.
I obey, great Queen.
Well...
And do I amuse you, Caesar?
Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, comes to me disguised as a bundle of merchandise slung over the shoulder of a tradesman like a rug. Your ancestors should have seen you.
Is it not better that I should arrive as live merchandise than as a dead queen? Had my enemy, Pothinus, known I was on my way here, he would have slain me. Must I then make sport for your humor?
There is more beauty in your storm, Cleopatra, than in the cloudless skies of other women.
That is not the tongue of the blunt Roman soldier. There speaks one who...
Appreciates the beauty of a woman. What man does not? But when it is joined to cleverness, your device for reaching me was a clever one. And now to matters at moment.
Shall we speak in Greek, Egyptian, Syrian, or some other tongue?
In Greek, as we do. I did not know you were so accomplished in languages.
I have other accomplishments, Caesar. Would you discuss literature, history, philosophy?
Now, Cleopatra, do we have time? When you have been restored to the throne...
I am to be restored to the throne. Good. By Isis, Pothinus will suffer such a death as...
No, Cleopatra. Not unless he is too troublesome. But he banished you without Rome's permission. He is arrogant. And Egypt owes me much money, which I must have from my troops. You will not pay me.
I will, Caesar. I swear by the sacred Nile, you will receive your money when I am in truth queen. months that followed after Caesar restored me to power, Pothinus plotted his death, and Caesar delicately arranged his assassination. He also did, with my help, suppress a revolt in Egypt. But, too, we had much time for easy conversation and pleasant dalliance. I came to respect this Roman for his keen mind, to find that I liked much his full face, his fair complexion, piercing black eyes, and well-shaped limbs. One evening he came to a decision that was to shape our lives, and indeed to reshape the world.
Come to this window, Cleopatra, and look out over your city of Alexandria.
The moon is pale tonight, Caesar. Would you say that the radiance of the Queen of the Skies is dimmed by that of the Queen of Egypt?
Could you truly believe me if I were to say that?
Of course. Would Caesar utter a falsehood? What say you, Caesar?
It is the same moon that looked down upon Alexander the Great when he founded the city.
Oh. You are very like Alexander the Great, Caesar. Like him, you have conquered much of the world.
Like him, I would like to remake it.
Shall I summon the musicians to play away your cares?
No, I would talk.
I hearken to your words.
This morning I received disturbing news from Rome. There is dissension in Rome, and there are revolts in the provinces. But not in our Gallic provinces. Shall I tell you why?
I am listening, Caesar.
Because I granted Roman citizenship to the free men among the Gauls. They are bound to Rome by ties of equality. This equality must be spread, shall be spread throughout the empire of Rome, so that any free man anywhere may enjoy the same rights of citizenship as he who dwells in Rome itself.
But, Caesar, will Rome accept such a new ideal?
It must, if the empire is to survive. I have been confirmed in this notion by your own Stoic philosophers here in Alexandria. There must be one universal society, which all free men are equal citizens.
All of them equal to you, Caesar? Could you abide that?
Providence appoints one man to be its instrument to enforce such an ideal.
And you are the man.
And besides the matter of citizenship, the provinces must no longer be governed by officials who secure their positions by bribery, and then bleed the provinces for enough gold to make their lifelong fortunes.
Caesar, you were the governor of a province?
Yes, so I know whereof I speak. This is not all I will do.
Caesar, you are breaking with the traditions of the past.
Alexander the Great did it in his time, and so will I in mine.
Then, Caesar, be bold and make known to the world what you intend by some deed that will be a symbol of the new things you are to do.
What deed?
No Roman consul has ever married a foreign queen. Alexander, a Greek, married the daughter of the Persian king. And you, a Roman.
Should marry a daughter of Egypt?
Is that unpleasing? Am I not desirable? Do you not love me a little? Caesar, put aside your wife Calpurnia and marry Cleopatra. Caesar divorced his fourth wife Calpurnia by merely uttering, according to the Roman custom, these words before a witness.
Tuas res tibi abeto.
Your chattels you shall have for yourself. And after we were wed, Caesar left Alexandria to put down a revolt, winning a battle over the enemy in the province of Pontus, which battle he reported in these words.
Vene, vidi, vici.
I came, I saw, I conquered. After this, we went to Rome, where Caesar was made dictator for life, and in between war campaigns, he did begin some of the many reforms of which he had spoken to me. But those who were the rich hereditary landholders and office holders